Hey everybody, I'm Target 12 investigator Tim White alongside my colleague Eli Sherman. Eli has been looking into the compensation package for the director of DCYF, and that's because, Eli, there's going to be a vacancy there very soon with Trista Piccola stepping down. How much does that job pay?
Right now, Tim, it pays $127,000 and change. What we were able to find by looking at this position across New England is that that's relatively low in comparison to similar jobs in other states.
So, I mean, $127,000, people watching this at home would be like, I'd like to make that. The median household is, you looked up, is $61,000 in Rhode Island. But when you looked at other states, you said it was relatively low. What kind of a gap are we talking about here? Because this is a hard job.
It's true. Everyone we talked to said that this is one of the hardest jobs in state government, one of the hardest jobs among Governor Gina Raimondo's 21-member cabinet. In Massachusetts, the DCF commissioner there makes about 10% more. In Connecticut, the comparable job there makes 35% more. And so Rhode Island is really on the lower side of this, makes almost as much as Vermont, the same job in Vermont, and Vermont only has about 60% of the population of Rhode Island.
So, and you have to imagine that for people trying to hire for that position, that's something that they have to consider. I mean, that's where the salary is set. One of the things that stood out to me when you built the spreadsheet was how the DCYF director, that cabinet position stacked up to the other cabinet positions in Rhode Island, and it was really low on that list in terms of compensation.
Right. So there is 21 members in Raimondo's cabinet. The DCYF director is at the basement, second to last only to elderly affairs.
Who's at the top?
At the top is the newly appointed education commissioner, Angelica Infante Green. She makes more than $100,000 more than the DCYF director, and is scheduled to get 2 more raises in the coming years. DCYF director has not been up for a raise, and like you said, it's quite a bit more than the average Rhode Islander makes, but in the grand comparison of all these other cabinet members, it's really pretty low.
Just final question, as you talk to people reporting out this story, did you get any indication that there's going to be some movement to increase that salary to make it more competitive in the region?
In talking with the governor's staff, they did mention that the salary would be part of what they're looking at when they're trying to determine who to fill the job with next. There is a process in place.
Yeah, she can't just snap her fingers and make it happen.
That's right. She'll have to go through a board that's under the Department of Administration next year and ask for that job to be increased, and then it goes to the House and Senate, where they either can make some notes on it or decisions. If they don't do anything after 30 days, it goes into effect. It should be noted that the governor has never done this for the DCYF director in her now in her second term. She didn't do it in her first term as well.
All right, Eli Sherman from Target 12. I'm Tim White. You can read Eli's full story right now with all that data. As a matter of fact, if you're watching this video, it's probably right below the video here on WPRI.com.